Hey guys, it's TEW2013 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 9 of the TEW save with the WWE in 2009. And today is, of course, ECW to start with, followed by Smackdown later on, as we continue to usher in the next generation, get the next generation of stars introduced to the ECW WWE audience, and then eventually, hopefully, give them a decent push. So today we have 3 pre-show segments and just 7 segments for ECW. As you can see there's a debutant, a couple of other guys just getting some overness. But where shall we book today's double taping? I don't want to do Hawaii, because obviously they need to speak English or Japanese. Where can we get some overness over? Puerto Rico. I haven't done it in the southeast. We'll try the southeast. That's still a decent, healthy crowd, over 25,000. I don't think we'll quite get that. Oh, we can. We've got the Rupp Arena, which is in Lexington, Kentucky, so we'll go with that. That'll get us a good attendance. Great wrestling industry here, pop's high, importance is high, and the economy, although as a 26C is still rising, so we'll make that our venue. And yeah, so we'll kick off with ECW, kind of moving on, not really any storylines, but just pushing people over before eventually we move on to SmackDown, and then we start to push towards their version of their side of the TLC pay-per-view. So enjoy WWE ECW. So we start off in a bout that had some solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. The Ruthless Roundtable of Ezekiel Jackson and Vladimir Kozlov defeat Fergal Devitt and Johnny Prime in 5:39 when Ezekiel defeated Fergal Devitt with the Urine Edge. Nice and simple match to keep the Roundtable looking strong, but to also give more experience to Devitt and Prime. 50D plus, Ezekiel was off his game. Johnny Prime's improving his technical skills. Next up, in an extremely short match, Tommy Dreamer defeated Leo Kruger in 5:23 with a DDT. A solid 60C considering that Leo Kruger is an enhancement talent. So happy with that, and Tommy Dreamer improving his performance skills. And in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Alberto Del Rio and Paul Burchill defeated Goldust and the Hurricane in 7:41 when Alberto Del Rio defeated Goldust by pinfall with a step-up enziguri. Good teamwork and all that by the Burchills. 68C plus is very good, considering again basically a lot of lower mid-card talents there. Paul Burchill's improving his flying skills, and overall, very happy with that. We start the show. Christian comes down to the ring. He takes a microphone and starts talking to the crowd before eventually being interrupted by Chris Jericho. They have a big argument going back and forth on the microphone before agreeing to face each other later on in a singles match. Christian went well off script, which was good. 84B plus, and that sets up our main event of the evening, which is already in. And about that had some solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose defeated Yoshitatsu and Tyler Rex in 8:20 when Seth Rollins defeated Yoshitatsu by pinfall with God's Last Gift. That was a 46D there, so it's very good from them. Tyler Rex was off his game. But again, just another one to try and put over Rollins and Ambrose. And Ambrose improving his performance skills, so that's very good there. Tiffany's backstage with Leo Kruger, just with a promo basically. We're using Tiffany as GM and interviewer, and because Kruger was in a pre-show match, we just thought let's give him some mic time to try and get his character over. So 36D minus, that will build over time. Tiffany then announces that Daniel Bryan has joined the ECW. Daniel Bryan comes out and plays to the crowd before his debut match. There's a 49D plus. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Shelton Benjamin defeated Daniel Bryan in 13:40 by pinfall with a paid up 65C. Basically a guy that's really on the up, Shelton Benjamin, giving him Daniel Bryan, making Daniel Bryan look competitive against him, so when he comes into the WWE he's going to be really over, so that's good. Shelton seemed off his game, no skill improvements, but just negatives of low locker room morale, because Vince was causing havoc in the pre-show again, or before the show even started. I'm going to hopefully just let him go, he's just annoying now, causing too much negativity, but overall pretty happy with that. We then have the Chris Jericho promo on Christian, pre-match, again does its job and sets us up for the main event, 84B plus. Unfortunately the match was pretty poor, and about it featured great action and great heat from the audience. Chris Jericho defeated Christian in 13:55 by pinfall with a codebreaker following interference from William Regal. During the match we also had Big Show run in and attack Christian as well. Basically keeps over the fact that Regal wants Christian at the same time. Jericho and Big Show defending their tag titles as well, so they're going to help each other out. So 69C plus there. Jericho's improving his flying skills, but not the greatest ever episode of the ECW. But it serves its point, gets us a 71C plus, which is a lot better than it's been. And yeah, sets us up to continue on the development of Daniel Bryan and various other wrestlers. So that was ECW. I'll be right back with some Friday Night Smackdown. So here we are, guys. Here is the Smackdown portion of the show. We'll start to take our first steps towards the TLC pay-per-view and hopefully continue on some storylines. Just a small 10 segment show here, but it is a couple of custom angles and that now, as we really try and get into the characters that we have at the moment and really push them on to the next level. So enjoy the show, guys. Here is Friday Night Smackdown. So we start off with Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me, as she would say. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vicky Guerrero, and I have an important announcement to make. At the TLC pay-per-view, we will see The Undertaker defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, and Batista. And then she does her evil laugh that she was well farmed for, and that's a solid 89A segment by Vicky, so absolutely perfect there from Miss Guerrero. And that'll happen at the TLC pay-per-view. And about it featured great action and a good crowd. Jerry Show defeated Crime Time in 14-13 when the Big Show defeated JTG by pinfall with a knockout punch. Solid match from both teams here. Really, really impressed the fact this got a 75B-, so hopefully this continues the push of Shad and JTG. JTG improves his technical skills, so they're going to get the push that they never got in real life. Just a lot of people kind of holding back because we weren't on pay-per-view. Next up, we go backstage to see Mark Striker interviewing Dolph Ziggler. Dolph says, "Tonight I proved to the world why I am perfection, why I am the perfect 10 out of 10 wrestler, and why I'm better than the likes of John Morrison, R-Truth, and will remain your WWE Intercontinental Champion. Why? Because I'm that damn good." So 76B-, a promo to hype up Dolph Ziggler. And that leads us into the next match, and about it featured great action and a good crowd. Dolph Ziggler defeated R-Truth by pinfall with a zigzag. Dolph Ziggler makes defense number 1 of his newly won Intercontinental Championship. 81B is fantastic. Great stuff again from Matt Striker and Joey Styles at ringside, and we've got a really strong upper mid card, so I'm happy with that. And the match had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Drew McIntyre defeated Slam Master Jay in 6:37 by pinfall with a snap double underhook DDT. Simple 61C keeps Drew looking strong, and we don't want to burn the crowd out, so we had a little squash match in between. We then have a graphic putting over the fact we'll see the Hart Dynasty later. Just a small graphic to say that one of them will be in action. There's a 55C-. And about it featured some great action, but not much in the way of heat. Tyson Kidd defeated John Morrison in 11:50 by pinfall with a blockbuster. Following interference from his tag team partner David Hart Smith, we're going to try and get Kidd and Hart really over, even going over upper mid card guys. So when they face Jericho and Big Show, it's believable. 76B- continues the tag team storyline, because obviously there's 3 tag teams there. And again, really shows we've got a really strong upper mid card at the moment. Next up, we have a CM Punk promo. CM Punk comes to the ring flanked by the Straight Edge Society, Caval and Luke Gallows. I come before you here tonight to signal my intention to become your Straight Edge World Champion, to be a true representative of this company, not some mass midget who's clearly drank so much that that's the reason that he wears a mask, or some failed up bodybuilder turned wrestler in the case of Dave Batista. As for the champion, don't get me started on him. The guy thinks he's dead. He's clearly been taking something. So after hearing all this, would this company really want one of them as world champion? Mark my words, come the end of 2009, CM Punk will become your new world heavyweight champion. So a solid promo there from CM Punk to get over that he is going to be the straight edge champion, that the rest of them have all had drug or drink issues in the past. Some, well, pretty much all of them are fake that I've just said there, but it's just to build up the storyline. and a solid 90A segment there. We then have The Undertaker coming down, just basically a promo, hyping his entrance and stuff to get the crowd going. That's an 80B. And the match itself had excellent in-ring action and great heat from the audience. Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker defeat CM Punk and Batista in 1719, when The Undertaker defeated CM Punk by pinfall with a chokeslam. 82B, the announcing wasn't up to the standard of the match, but hopefully over time, we'll say that will happen, and it gives The Undertaker a pinfall victory over CM Punk, as we prepare to get these four guys tangling against each other quite regularly before TLC. CM Punk improves Rumble skills and The Undertaker improving technicals. Overall, 82B, the usual, continuing to increase our popularity in the 15 regions that aren't America. So thankfully for them, that's probably the reason why we keep getting pop increases. So most of them are happy with the show, they enjoyed the ECW, and David Otunga is going to be a future superstar. That'll be interesting. Let's quickly have a look at our emails, and it's just an ECW and Sci-Fi rating, which is up by 0.05. So that is the last episode of November. As we are now going to be into December, we'll continue on to the TLC pay-per-view, and then we'll start to make our run towards the Royal Rumble. So thanks for joining this episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you have any comments, if you've got any thoughts on my custom angles, if you've got any pointers, any tips, please put them in the comments section below. And until next time, this is 21 Maxwell. I'll speak to you all real soon. Bye bye.